It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Wednesday, the 21st of May. I'm Michael Groff. Temperatures a bit warmer today and for tomorrow as well. In fact, tomorrow afternoon, we should see our hottest day of this forecast period. A little bit cooler, if you want to call it that, Friday and Saturday. But then for the remainder of the Memorial Day holiday weekend and much of next week, daytime highs will not fluctuate all that much. We will see some periods of clouds moving through from time to time, but that's going to be about it, sensible weather-wise. Oh, yes, of course, those typical afternoon breezes, we will see those as well. Now, there is some forecast uncertainty to talk about and some interesting stuff that's going on out there toward next week. Will it have any implication on our weather? Well, that remains to be seen. We'll get into all of that and everything else as we dive on in and discuss. First, the almanac from yesterday, 99 degrees was the afternoon high, 70 was the morning low, 96 and 61 are the averages for this time of year. And, of course, there's that record high, 108 degrees from 2008. We should show you that 2008, the way that we were talking about this yesterday on the video. The way that month kind of played out. Very interesting. Wish we would have some rain to close out the month of May here, but I just don't know about that. Looking outside right now, just before 9 o'clock, sunny sky. We're sitting at 82 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew point's 25. Humidity 12%, though winds are light, and the barometer is steady. Temperatures across the area right now, 82 in Arcadia, 82 in Scottsdale, 79 in Tempe. There's an 81 out at Goodyear. Let's see, 80 degrees at Luke Air Force Base, 84 in Surprise. Let's go up north here. Flagstaff at 65, 61 in Winslow, 70 at Show Low, 75 in Prescott. So it's warming up across northern Arizona. And we see why it's getting warmer and warmer by the day. High pressure is building in here across the southwest. You can see the main storm track is off to the north. Somewhat more active weather will be present from the northern Rockies through parts of the plains and the middle Atlantic and parts of the southeast U.S. as well. But all of that is far away from us, and it's a case of severe clear here in the southwest. The watch warning map is extraordinarily quiet right now. Not much to talk about. Convective outlook for today, a little sliver of a slight risk, that level 2 out of 5 for severe storms. Maybe extreme southeast Kansas, parts of Missouri, northern Arkansas, the marginal risk from northwestern Nebraska, south and eastward toward Memphis. There's another little slight risk zone there for the outer banks of North Carolina and some marginal risks surrounding that. South Georgia, North Florida. We'll get it right. And again, some of the adjacent states there, North Carolina, Virginia, and further to the north and west from there. Have not had coffee this morning. That's the problem. Look at this, the tropical outlook. We don't show this map usually in the month of May. Why are we showing this? Well, there's nothing expected in the next 48 hours to develop out here in the East Pacific. However, in the next 7 days, there's an area of interest off the coast of Mexico, and the National Hurricane Center is giving that a 30% probability to develop into a tropical depression or storm. And we talked about this a little bit yesterday. The GFS has been showing some development possible down there, and now that's being echoed by some of the other deterministic models as well. So we'll talk about that in just a moment. Here's the precipitation outlook. This is valid through Wednesday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix, nothing. Statewide, ostensibly nothing. Region-wide, not much. As again, we do expect conditions to stay dry for the most part. There's some small little flies in the ointment of our forecast, some wrinkles out there to talk about. And we'll get to those right now as we explore the models, see what the future may hold. Here we go. This is the GFS, the 06Z run. This is valid at 2 o'clock this afternoon. All right, we got troughing in the Great Lakes and some active weather again from really the northern Rockies, south and eastward. I say active weather, but not nearly as much so as we've seen the last few days. For us, though, high pressure is building in, a dry westerly flow, and conditions are fairly tranquil. What it means down at the surface for the rest of the day today, sunny, a bit warmer, highs upper 90s to about 103 degrees. For tonight, clear sky, lows mid-60s in the cool spots, low to mid-70s in the urban core. Tomorrow, sunny and just plain old hot. Highs 102 to 106. It's not record-breaking, but it is above average. But again, no meaningful weather expected here. No sensible weather, really. Let's go to Friday. Some high clouds are going to start to come on in here, but temperatures will only back off a couple of degrees. So we'll still be likely above 100 degrees here for Friday. Going into the weekend, slightly lower temperatures as we see a weak area of low pressure off to the north and west of us. The ridge will weaken and slide off to the east slightly. We'll see the heights coming down here a little bit. So overall, no real big changes. We could see some afternoon breezes picking up here as well, but conditions will otherwise stay quiet. Highs 95 to 99 for Saturday, maybe a degree or two warmer on Sunday. Upper 90s to about 102, but still conditions are quiet. Some clouds, especially for northern Arizona, but here mostly sunny. Same deal on Memorial Day, mostly sunny, high temperatures, upper 90s to about 103. As we keep going, this is Tuesday. Maybe some more clouds coming in again as another area of low pressure, a weak area, drops in from the Great Basin and in toward the southwestern United States. And again, yes, we could see some clouds from this. Slightly lower temperatures further to the north and west of us. Again, here, upper 90s to about 103. No precipitation expected with that feature. It may well linger around here for a while. It may wind up being a little further to the west. The exact timing and placement is a little uncertain at this time. But again, the idea of some clouds, that looks right. Here's a week from today. This is Wednesday, the 28th. And we still have kind of a dirty pattern here over the southwest, kind of a weak, baggy trough or upper low sitting around just to the west of us. Again, there could be some clouds from that. Temperatures will still be a couple of degrees either side of 100 if that verifies. But what's more interesting is what's happening further to the south here. This is Thursday, the 29th. Can't really see it on this, but again, there's an area of low pressure positioned to the west of us according to the GFS. Weak low, but we'll keep that in mind. Could bring in some moisture, at least some mid and high level clouds. Nothing more than that, at least at this time. What we're really kind of interested in here is this feature off the coast of Mexico, and the GFS is developing a tropical cyclone down there, potentially a tropical storm, maybe a hurricane. I mean, if the GFS is right, that looks closer to a hurricane. Now, it'd be pretty far to the south, well south of the Baja. But anytime you see something develop down there, we always pay attention to it, of course. We look at the European at the same time. It, too, kind of has a broader, sort of weaker low down there, but in relatively the same spot. This is, again, next Thursday, the 29th. So that's why there's more confidence from the National Hurricane Center that we could see something start to develop down there off the coast of Mexico. The water temperatures are certainly warm enough. Now that we're no longer in that La Nina pattern, and we're seeing those SSTs coming up there. So obviously we'll watch for the possibility of development. Conditions are going to become more favorable for that with high pressure around, and should be at least decent conditions for that. So we'll watch. Let's keep going out 10 days. This is Friday the 30th. You can see here, there's that tropical cyclone. It's down there south of the Baja. Now, the GFS, the last few runs, has backed low pressure a little further to the west and lingered it around a little longer through next week. That will be interesting to see if that area of low pressure kind of sits to the west of us. Even if it's weak, we could see a little bit more moisture get pulled northward. It's not that that's never happened this time of year. It is a possibility, but at this point, that likelihood is extremely small. More likely scenario is that system stays well to the south. We don't get any moisture from it. Even if there is weak low pressure to the west of us, it just gives us some high clouds, and then ultimately high pressure builds in after that by late next week. I mean, hate to be a downer, hate to hit you with the reality, but that is the most likely outcome, not only based on climatology, but based on the preponderance of model guidance. Nevertheless, hey, what do we do here? We stay vigilant. We always watch and see what may happen. All right, looking at rainfall for Phoenix. This is off the GFS ensemble through the 4th of June. And there's a few members that pick up on precipitation. Of the 31 members, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But that doesn't look very promising. European ensemble, 51 members, hardly, well, let's see, we got 3. And you got the control member that shows some precipitation. But again, the ensemble mean is, 200ths of an inch. So we're not going to worry about it. No meaningful chance of rain. Look, we're in the dry season. We're in the heart of the dry season. And monsoon season still not for about 6 weeks. So, we're probably, more than likely, going to stay dry. Temperatures off the national blend of models. Hot today, tomorrow, a little lower with our daytime highs for Saturday. But overall, pretty consistent. Highs right around 100 degrees most days all the way through next week. Very little day-to-day fluctuation. Lows primarily in the 70s, unfortunately, in the mid-city. The outlying areas and the cooler valley locations will get down in the 60s. Now, we talked about this on last Friday's video, but I got a comment on yesterday's video saying, I saw that somebody said that they saw that, I think Mark, was it? Said that he saw that the monsoon season was projected to be wetter this year for the valley. And he wanted to show me a graphic. And we keep an eye on these graphics all the time here on these videos. And not everybody can watch our videos every day as much as I want you to, and as much as I hope you do, but sometimes it's just not the reality. So last Friday, we discussed the latest outlook for the monsoon from the Climate Prediction Center. But we'll run through that for you again, since, Mark, maybe you missed it yesterday. But here you go. These are temperatures forecast during the July, August, and September period. That's the main bulk of the monsoon season. And again, this is the latest Climate Prediction Center outlook. And if this works out, temperatures are favored to be above average. Probability is skewed toward above average temperatures here for the July, August, September time period. But precipitation is also skewed toward above average. And we'd love to see that. We have had lackluster monsoon seasons. Really, if you look back at it, 3 of the last 5 have been horrible, but 5 of the last 7 have not been very good. And we have not had what I would call a great monsoon season outside of 2021, which was pretty good. 2022 was fairly average. But really, it's been a while since we've had just a good soaker of a monsoon. Again, 2021, and before that, I think you have to go back to, I don't know, I don't want to shoot from the hip too much here, but probably 2008, especially August of 2008 was very wet. But yeah, it's been a while, to say the least. So this would be just what the doctor ordered, especially for an area that is just very, very dry. We've had not only a short-term drought, but we are in the midst of a 30-year drought here in the Southwest. And even though our lakes and reservoirs don't look like it, they don't look too bad, the groundwater situation is very bad here across the Southwest. I mean, you can ask any ranchers. They will tell you. We talk about that. I have another outlet that I do weather for. That's more focused on agricultural stuff. And, the struggles are real there, from West Texas through much of New Mexico and into especially east and southeast Arizona, especially with the groundwater situation. So we'd love to see an above average rainfall monsoon season here. All right. That's it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. I don't know why the temperature graphic is there. Anyway, my next video is due back here tomorrow morning. If you enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. If you really enjoy these videos, then be sure to click that thanks icon below the video here on YouTube and make those monetary contributions to us. Or you can donate via PayPal. groffshow@gmail.com is my PayPal address. It's groffshow@gmail.com for PayPal. The Venmo is linked up down there as well. So help us out there too. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my OAO, the sweetest of all time, or SOT, if you will, the Asian sensation and proprietor of sweetchildaz.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name, Sweet Child Arizona, talking about my Michelle. Check her out. Blogs, videos, everything Michelle related, and more likely Adriana related. It's all linked up down in the description, so check it all out. Also, you should check out our streaming station. It's available 24/7, 365. It's called KMGX. We play a ton of music. Have a lot of fun over there. Give it a look, a listen. Again, linked up in the description, or you can go to kmgx.com and listen that way. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. All of your continued support, so greatly appreciated. Please be safe, stay cool, stay hydrated out there, and have yourselves a tremendous rest of your Wednesday. And yes, I just realized there was no music that played there, but you'll have to imagine it. I know people like the music, but I don't know. I forgot to put it back on.